Welcome all to Westmeath Healthy Ireland Healthy Services video event. My name is Annette Barr and I work with Westmeath County Council and Westmeath LCDC in the implementation of the Healthy Ireland Round Tree programme. Our programme in the last number of years has delivered over 50 projects. These projects were delivered the whole way across County Westmeath by different agencies, different services, and it has been an amazing journey for us all. Today we're going to introduce to you some of the different services that have been implementing programmes across our county, especially in the difficult circumstances that we had when COVID-19 had restrictions on us for the last 2 years. So community and voluntary groups and state organisations rose to the challenge of having to change how they actually delivered their programmes. They supported the most vulnerable in our community, older people, younger people, families and people in designated disadvantaged areas. While the agencies were implementing programmes in the different communities, it was recognised that a lot of communities, families and individuals were not aware of the services that are available to them. Hence, this programme, we decided we were going to make this video for you, something that you would be able to use in the future, so you can link into the services for yourself, your families and your communities. Our hope for you from here is that all of the agencies, all of the services and individuals will actually use this video, that you'll go and you'll use all the services that are available to you, to your family and in your community. And just to sign off, I'd like to thank all of the agencies, all of the groups that have been involved in putting this video together and also implementing Healthy Ireland Round Tree. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Karina Glennon. I am the Network Manager for East Westmeath. And my message to each and every one of you today is that it's so important that you take care of your own health to the best of your ability. So how can you do this? There's 4 messages I would like to give you to try to do. The first is be active. We've all heard if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So any activity is better than nothing. What's recommended ideally is 30 minutes per day, every day, moderate activity. But I would repeat, anything is better than nothing. So if you're sitting all day, get up and walk a little bit. If you can't walk, just move your knees, move your legs, do whatever you can. The second message I would like to give you is to try and eat healthy. And the food pyramid is a very good guideline for this. But what you can do today, very simply, is to increase your fruit and vegetable portions. So what I would say, again, it's like the exercise. If you eat none, anything is better than none. But ideally, up to 7 portions per day. And speaking of portions, we in Ireland tend to have very large portions. So again, follow the food pyramid, and a simple example of a portion for meat would be the size of the palm of your hand. If you see here in front, the palm of your hand. The third message is alcohol. If you don't drink, don't start. If you do drink, try sensible drinking. And that's 11 standard drinks for women and 17 standard drinks for men, spread out over the week with 2 free days. And what is a standard drink? It's 1 glass of beer, it's half a cup or 100 mils of wine, or your standard spirit. It's again, if you don't drink, don't start. If you do, sensible. And the final and most important message is please get your flu vaccine. There's a lot of virals out there now. We've been through a big crisis. Please get your flu vaccine. And you get your flu vaccine through your GP, your pharmacist, or if you work in healthcare, through your occupational health department. In the community services in Mullingar Primary Care and Athlone, we have senior medical officers, public health nursing, audiology, psychology, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, dental services, dietetic services, speech and language services, social worker, home help, counselling services, palliative care, pharmacy, civil registration, retina screening, and podiatry services. And in the wider community, we have mental health services, services for older person and people with disabilities, and health and well-being. And finally, take care and mind yourself. And for further information, there's contact details in this website on looking after your own health, and it's on the page attached to this. And thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Martha McMahon. I'm a community support worker with Westmeath Community Development. I would like to speak today about Westmeath Care and Repair programme that is now active in Westmeath. Westmeath Community Development hosts and operates this service in County Westmeath. The Westmeath Care and Repair service consists of 3 strands: the repair service, the befriending service and the home visit service. The services are available to people with disabilities and people over 60 years of age. The repair service covers small repair jobs in people's homes. The service is free of charge and all volunteers are Garda vetted and have ID cards. The volunteers cannot provide materials, but they may be able to purchase them on behalf of the client and be reimbursed when they do the job for free. Care and Repair service does not do specialist work like electrical repairs or gas repairs, guttering work or roofing work. The volunteer is covered under the Care and Repair Public Liability Insurance, and if you're unsure if the request that you have comes under the rules, feel free to pick up the phone and ask us, and we'd be delighted to talk to you and answer any questions that you have. Jobs could vary from fitting a light bulb to fitting smoke alarms, putting up shelving, moving light pieces of furniture, minor gardening, sweeping up leaves, etc. We get a lot of referrals from occupational therapists who have left rails or shower seats in people's homes, and we coordinate volunteers to fit them. The care service consists of the friendly call and the home visit service. The friendly call is where a person receives a friendly telephone call from one of our dedicated staff members or volunteers. It could be a daily, weekly or monthly call and can change according to the person's needs. It's a lovely way to feel connected to the outside world, particularly if the person is living alone or perhaps a carer in the home, or indeed has moved into a nursing home and is feeling lonely. We love making the calls, and the person making the call gets a lot from the befriending service too. All the callers complete a lone befriending training before making any telephone calls. The home visit service. We are all aware of the isolation that some people suffer from. Under this service, an older person can avail of a regular home visit from one of our volunteers. The volunteers are usually paired off. We assign 2 volunteers who will call together and spend time with the older person. If you would like to avail of the Care and Repair service, or if you'd like to volunteer with Care and Repair, or if you would simply like to know more about the service, please feel free to contact myself, Martha McMahon, in Westmeath Community Development on the Care and Repair line 044 93 48571, or you can call my direct line 087 92 44 141, or email me on mmcmahon@westcd.ie. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Joan Tierney and I'm a Health Promotion and Improvement Officer here in Mullingar, County Westmeath. I'm also a quit smoking advisor, and if you want to stop smoking, getting the right help and support can double your chances of success. As well as a tailored support programme when you sign up to a quit plan, you can also get help through one-to-one sessions in our Stop Smoking Clinic, which is in the hospital here in Mullingar. And we also provide nicotine replacement therapy, which helps reduce cravings and withdrawal, and also prescription treatments from your GP. Now, the one-to-one support, we offer this over the phone or face-to-face at the smoking cessation clinic. It's free. A trained advisor, such as myself, will support you through the quitting process, and this can start 1 to 4 weeks before you quit and can continue up to a year. We will help you by making sure that you're ready to quit, asking you about your smoking habits and history, assessing your nicotine addiction, identifying your reasons for quitting and any difficulties or risks or a relapse. And we make sure you have a quit plan, measure your carbon monoxide levels, and we recommend any suitable medical treatment, including referring to your doctor for follow-up. So that's it from me, and once again, if you'd like to find our details, you can look on quit.ie and find a clinic in your area and find all the support and advice you need to quit smoking. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dervla Sheridan and I work for Westmeath Libraries. I am Executive Librarian here in Mullingar Library. We have a number of libraries around Westmeath. You can come in and join in any of the libraries. It is free to join, and you can then borrow books from any library in the country. That's any public library anywhere in Ireland. You can request books to be delivered to your local library, or you can, if you're on holidays, you can call into a library in Cork, Donegal, wherever you'd like, and use your library card there. So that'll give you access to over 12 million items. That includes books, DVDs, CDs, audiobooks, anything like that. And if you're late returning them, don't worry, there are no longer any fines. So it's free to join, no fines, no reasons not to join the library. As well as physical items though, we also have a huge variety of online resources. So that includes e-books, e-audiobooks, magazines, newspapers, online learning, language classes, and much, much more. For more information on this, ask at the desk. Staff will be very happy to help talk you through any of these services, whether that's signing up for them or how to access them once you have that. So as well as our physical books, our online resources, we also have computers, Wi-Fi and printing options in all of Westmeath libraries. Again, these are free to use, so all you need is your library card to call in and you can use our computers and our Wi-Fi. During the COVID lockdown, we introduced self-service printing, which means you can even send your documents from your smartphone, from your laptop or via email, and then call in whenever suits you to collect your documents from the printer. Again, if you need any help with these, staff are happy to help. One of the other main functions of the library here is to build a community space, and as part of that we have always had a huge number of events in the library. This ranges from children's story time to author visits. Children's Book Festival is a huge opportunity for us to engage with local schools, and we do that every year. Obviously the past year has been a bit different, so we moved all of our events online. So we've had a huge number of online events. These are always free for people to attend. You can find out loads of information about these on our social media or on our website. That's www.westmeathcoco.ie/library. So some of the events that we've had since lockdown include events on mental health. We've had positive psychology talks. We've had yoga workshops. We've also had author visits from popular and famous Irish authors like Martina Devlin and Conor Costick. We have had local authors like Anne Griffin and Patricia Gibney do pieces for us. So there's a huge amount online there for you to find out about. We also continue that at the moment. We have online events at the minute. Again, follow us on social media and you'll keep up to date with that. And hopefully we will soon be able to have in-person events. So one of the brand new services we have introduced here in Westmeath Libraries is our sensory spaces. This is the sensory space here in Mullingar Library. There's also a space in Athlone Library, and there will be more in the other branches going forward. So the sensory space is open for all. You do need to pre-book it, and there's a number of different features to it, such as tactile walls, there's lights. Behind me you can see the bubble tube, and we do have videos available if you want to find out more about this and other equipment in the libraries. So we look forward to seeing you in the library on your next visit. Remember, it's free to join. There's so much here. Call in whenever suits you. Thanks.
My name is Breach Galligan. I am the Secretary of St Dominic's Community Council, which operates from here on this location in College Street, and it's directly opposite St Mary's Primary School. We provide a Meals on Wheels service from Monday to Friday to the local community and to the surrounding areas. For example, we have Delvin, Castlepollard, Ballinacarrigy, Kilbeggan, Horseleap, Killucan, Milltown Pass and Tyrrell's Pass. I think that's all of them. So we make all the meals here with the help of the community care, the community centre staff, and they are delivered by a huge number of volunteer drivers. The meal itself consists of two parts. We have a main course and dessert. The main course has meat or fish with vegetables, mixed vegetables and potatoes. The meal is cooked here on site on the day. It's packaged in recyclable materials which can be microwaved and delivered on the day itself. If a particular individual has any specific dietary needs, for example, if they're diabetic or celiac or they have particular allergies, these are all taken care of. So how do people get in touch with us, or how do we find our clients? The majority of our clients are identified by the public health nurse, who contacts the centre here, and then we make further contact, find out what their needs are, and they are then added to the system. Sometimes if somebody is in hospital, has a hip replacement or a knee replacement or something temporary, a family member who knows somebody here might put us in contact with them and they get meals temporarily if they need it. How do you contact the centre? We have 2 or 3 different ways. First of all, the personal contact, which is always brilliant. We have a phone number, 044 933 44566. So that would be probably the most convenient one for most people. We have an email address, st.dominnics08@gmail.com. And we also have a website which we set up 2 years ago, mealsonwheelsmullingar.com. If you just type in Meals on Wheels Mullingar, you'll get the website. And all the information is there and all the contact numbers are there. I must say we have a fantastic staff working here. All the food is fresh. Clients are extremely happy with what they get. And we have a fantastic volunteer service which delivers those meals to the people where they're needed. Okay, thank you very much for making this recording, for putting the information out there, and you're welcome to contact the centre if you need any further information.
Hi, John is my name and I work here in Mullingar Garda Station. Mullingar Garda Station is the divisional headquarters for Westmeath Garda Division. The other main station in Westmeath is Athlone. We work mainly by consent, which means that the majority of guards you see on a day-to-day basis are unarmed and uniformed. We deal a lot with our communities here in Mullingar, with the people in general, with the vintners and with the business people, and we have a great working relationship with them. We deal a lot with crime prevention. I am the crime prevention officer for Westmeath. We have the drugs unit, the detective unit, the community police unit, roads policing and enforcement, We also have the Juvenile Liaison Officer here. We deal a lot at the moment with cybercrime, which is quite prevalent, and we do fraud, and we have a lot of other offices, especially Garda staff, Garda civilian staff, who deal with day-to-day admin, correspondence and inquiries in the Garda station. We also, which I would like to say, we have the Garda Facebook page here in Westmeath. We promote a lot of initiatives that are going on with the communities. We deal a lot with lost property and found property. We post that on our Facebook page. And we deal a lot with promotions that we're working with communities with. I would also like to enforce the importance of the air code, which has been a great assistance to us. It means that we can get to calls quicker. We would impress on people, if you can at all, to know your air code or have it on the table beside the phone, that you know it in case of emergency.
Hi, my name is Fiona Walsh. I'm community policing here in Mullingar Garda Station. At the minute in community policing we have 1 sergeant and 6 guards. We want to be the guards that are out and about and in the community, getting to know people, that we're the face that people can say, oh, I know that guard, I can go and speak to them, or they might be comfortable to come and speak to us. You'll see us out and about all the time. We're out on the beat, we're out on the bicycles. Any community events that are going on around the town or anything or outside the town, we generally will be there. It's one of us will be there. And we like to attend these because it's a great way of getting to know people in the community and getting them to know who we are, getting to put a face to a name, and knowing that there's somebody that, if you want to speak to somebody, that we're there to be able to speak to, that you might not be comfortable maybe coming into the station or comfortable speaking to a guard that you don't know. And at least if we're there and you know our name, you can look for us and you can talk to us about anything. We've huge involvement in the schools around the town and outside the town. We go into from preschool the whole way up, so primary school, secondary school, so we get to know the kids the whole way through. We are also involved in a lot of youth groups, older active retirement groups. We kind of get involved in anything that they are holding, any events or anything like that. We generally would have a older person's Christmas party. Unfortunately, we can't have it at the minute, but we have that every year. Generally with about 300 to 400 people attending. It's a huge event. We tried to hold an event then during the summer as well, afternoon Cayley. It's just a great way of getting everybody out and about, to get the active retirement groups out and getting involved and giving them something to look forward to. We have the community bus then, which is a great way for us to get to meet these groups because they use our community bus. It can be booked for day trips. It's a free service. You'll have one of the community policing guards driving the bus. We'll go with you for the day, we'll pick you up, whatever time, bring you wherever you want to go and spend the day. It's a great way. It's the main way I've got to know a lot of people around the town, and it's a great service. So it's available the whole year round. You can just call the community policing unit here in Mullingar and book it. It's also available for the community policing unit over in Athlone for the groups that would be over that side. So all you have to do is contact them. If they need the bus, they ring us and they can book it as long as it's free. If you want any further details or you want to contact us, you can see the contact details to follow, and that's how you can get in contact in relation to the bus, or if you want us to call or attend events or any issues at all.
Hi, I'm Pearl Brock and I'm co-manager here in Good to Talk in Mullingar. We are a counselling and psychotherapy service and we are community based. So let me tell you a little bit about that. Basically, we were started here in 2013 to provide counselling and psychotherapy for the community. And it was actually for the community, by the community, which was pretty special as well. So here in Good to Talk, we've been here since then, and we have been providing counselling hours to the community of Mullingar and surrounding areas since then. And in that, what that means is we provide a service where people can call in and come and talk to someone in complete confidence about stuff that they need to get off their chest or issues. And sometimes that can be anything from daily life-to-life problems down to deep psychological mental health issues. And that's what we're doing here for you, the community. And let me tell you a little bit more about that. So how we do that is we provide a service of people can walk in or call us or make an appointment online. So we are using the facilities of social media with our Facebook page and our Instagram to connect. People can make appointments via that media. What you do is you come in, you can have a quick chat, you're set up with a therapist, and you do that through meeting with one of our senior therapists for an assessment. So you'll come in and talk to someone about your needs and see how we can best help you to get the right therapist to work with you through whatever you need to work through. And we do that here, all in Mullingar, right in the centre, just near the cathedral, providing therapy hours for you guys from 9:30 in the morning till 5:30 every day during the week. So that's Monday to Friday. We're hoping to extend that service a little bit into the evening in the coming months. So that's a little bit about us, and we hope to see you soon if you need us. We're always here.
Hi, my name is Dolores Crerar and I'm the Acting Coordinator for Athlone Family Resource Centre. Athlone Family Resource Centre is core-funded by TFI, and we also receive funding from other agencies such as Westmeath County Council, Community Foundation of Ireland, Comic Relief, and RTE does Comic Relief funds. We are based in Athlone Town and we support people and families and children in Athlone Town and the surrounding rural areas. We provide a range of services, so we have counselling and therapeutic services such as play therapy, expressive arts therapy. We also provide community supports such as supporting local community residents associations. We put on one-off events such as Athlone Apple Days. We provide a number of children's services such as children's mindfulness. We do seasonal camps for children during Easter and Halloween. So we're quite busy. We're quite a busy service. If people would like to find out more about our service or they want to get in touch with us, they can go to www.afrc.ie or they can look at the information that's going to follow.
Hi, I'm Margaret Broom and I run Music Generation across the counties of Offaly and Westmeath. Music Generation is part of Ireland's national performance music education opportunities, providing opportunities for children and young people to access music tuition in their locality. We work with professional musicians and we remove the economic, social and geographical obstacles to accessing learning an instrument and being part of an ensemble. Often our musicians visit schools each day, working in various primary schools and sometimes secondary schools across Offaly and Westmeath. They work in the classroom with junior infants right the way through to 6th class, helping them start their music journey right at the beginning with feeling beat and pulse and enjoying making sounds and singing, right the way up to learning guitars, recorder and even violin and some woodwind and brass tuition as well. But alongside that, we work in a lot of community settings. So here's one. We're in the barracks in Mullingar, where we partner with Youth Work Ireland and we run Music Jam here every Wednesday. We also run recording sessions here and we've had residencies taking place over the summer, and we're just about to release our second album on Spotify, so that'll be available very, very soon. We have instruments. We have everything that you might need. We have drum kits, guitars, flutes, clarinets, anything that anybody can't necessarily get their hands on but they want to give a go. We've got everything that you need here in the barracks in our instrument bank. To find out more about Music Generation, Offaly Westmeath, and what we do and what's available and how to get involved, we have a website, www.musicgenerationoffaly.westmeath.ie, and we're also on Facebook, Music Generation Offaly Westmeath, where we put our most up-to-date information.
Hello, my name is Muriel Flynn I'm the manager with Westmeath County Childcare Committee, based here in Mullingar. The aim of the County Childcare Committee is to support early learning and care services and school-age childcare services in Westmeath. We also provide valuable services for parents and guardians who are looking to choose childcare in Westmeath. I'll now give a small breakdown of the supports that we provide to the early years services, which encompasses childcare, school-age childcare and childminders in Westmeath. So under our advice heading, we support services who are looking to set up in Westmeath. The information that we provide includes TFI information and supports, information on the national childcare programmes that are funded by the department and the government. We also provide supports around recruitment, selection and policies and procedures on setting up your childcare business. We also work very closely with our local enterprise board and the planning department, along with our local TFI representatives around the setting up of your business. Westmeath County Childcare Committee also provide a range of supports and information services to parents and guardians. We appreciate that when you're choosing childcare, it can be a difficult and an emotional time for families. Westmeath County Childcare Committee have a comprehensive list of childcare services that are operating and are registered with TFI on our website. We also have information on what questions you should ask your service provider when you're choosing childcare and a list of known childminders. We also provide detailed information on the national childcare programmes. These are the subsidies that are available to parents from the government to help with the cost of childcare. We have a dedicated staff member who will deal with your query or question in relation to these schemes and provide you on the right track where you can access subsidies from the government.
Hello, my name's Helena Hugo. I'm CEO and Artistic Director of Helium Arts. Helium Arts is a national children's arts and health organisation based here in Mullingar, and we support children aged 6 up to 18 living with long-term health conditions. And for some of these children, life can feel very anxious, stressed, and they can feel very defined by their condition and feel very different and lonely. Our programmes provide joy, a sense of relief, distraction, connection and a sense of belonging that these children perhaps didn't have in the past. So through our programmes, both in hospitals and in the community, children develop their creativity and sense of well-being. So our community programme is for children aged 6 to 8, 9 to 12 and our teenagers. And in the community programme, children can participate in art camps, so during midterm breaks or during the summers. And I think what's really important to stress is that in our workshops, we provide medical support. So for some families, their children have not been able to participate in programs because there isn't that medical support. The medical support provides a sense of security for the parent and the child. So we have medical support in the room, we have volunteers who can help with one-on-one support, and we also provide our workshops close to family homes, and they are free. So our workshops take place in libraries and community centres. They're not only as art camps, but we run 6-week workshop programmes as well on Saturday mornings and Saturday afternoons. Our remote programme currently is running for teenagers, and it's available for teenagers age 13 up to 18. And on the remote programme, teenagers can learn not just about visual arts, they practice photography skills, multimedia skills, filmmaking skills. They meet online, and I think what's really important is that for some of these children, they make lifelong friends. So even online, they meet children who have similar interests and experiences to themselves, so they don't feel so alone. To find out more, you can visit our website, www.helium.ie, or you can email us at info@helium.ie, or just give us a ring 044 93 96 960. We'd love to hear from you.
My name is Gráinne Reid and I am the Children and Young People Services Committee Coordinator, CYPSC for short, for Longford and Westmeath. CYPSC are a key structure identified by government to plan and coordinate services for children and young people in every county in Ireland. The overall purpose is to improve outcomes for children and young people through local and national interagency working. Longford Westmeath are two county CYPSC that bring together the main statutory, community and voluntary providers of services to children and young people. Over the past number of years, Longford Westmeath CYPSC have been involved in many local initiatives, including the Healthy Ireland funded Family Wellness Programme, which has been developed based on consultations and feedback with parents, young people and children, and is designed and rolled out by our member organisations with inputs from statutory, voluntary and community organisations so as to bring a whole family approach, enhancing both physical and mental well-being for local participating families. We also ran an Our Voice, Our Wellbeing programme for teens and children, looking at topics such as Mind Your Mind, Mind Your Selfie and Mind Your Mate, to mention but a few. Longford Westmeath CYPSC will continue to work in partnership with children, young people, families and communities so as to strengthen service provision and ultimately to improve outcomes for children, young people and their families in Longford and Westmeath.
Hi, my name is Tony Wheat. I am the coordinator for Westmeath Sports Partnership. We are one of 29 sports partnerships nationally. We're funded by Sport Ireland, but we're a part of the community section of Westmeath County Council. Our main aim and objective is to get more people taking part in sport and physical activity. We're trying to work with as many groups as possible to remove barriers to participation. We have a number of target groups and we want to work with as many of those as we can with the overall aim of getting more people fit and active. Facilitate and deliver a range of programmes across Westmeath with different partner groups, clubs, organisations, schools, basically any group or organisation that wants to be involved with sport and physical activity. We support clubs and organisations with a range of development grants and we also are very keen to help to upskill organisations and clubs with their volunteers. So we run a range of different training and education programmes such as safeguarding, first aid, that help clubs and organisations to to widen the base and the strength of their volunteers. We work with a number of target groups that are identified nationally, but we work on a local level. So those groups include girls and women, disability groups, socially excluded groups and older adults. So we target those groups, but we work also across clubs and organisations, community groups throughout the county. In addition to actually delivering programmes and activities and education training, we also are we share information and we like to raise awareness of physical activity and sports opportunities both in Westmeath and nationally. So part of our role is to ensure that there is a dispersal of information across the network.
Hi, my name is Patricia Johnson from Helplink South in Athlone. Helplink South, we provide socially monitored alarms for anyone of any age and our main clients would be the elderly, people with disabilities, and a lot of victims of domestic violence. We provide a 24/7 monitoring centre, and we supply, monitor and maintain the socially monitored alarms. People find them extremely beneficial, and I can go out at any time, give a presentation, bring the alarms, show you how they work, and basically I would work with the likes of a lot of community groups like yourselves, public health nurses, the guards. At the moment we have a big drive on with the Domestic Violence Ireland and people with disabilities, the Irish Wheelchair Association. So again, as I say, I'm just introducing myself here in this video, but anybody that wants to come and invite us, anybody in Helplink South, out to give a presentation, feel free. My number is 087 983 0888. Thanks a million.
Hello everyone, I'm Una Darcy and I'm the Development and Compliance Officer for TFI Local Link, Longford, Westmeath, Roscommon. We provide rural transport across those 3 counties, and we provide 2 different types of transport. So one of them is like a fixed route, what you tend to be used to with all your other bus services, where you stop at different bus stops. But a very important service we provide is demand responsive transport. Now, demand responsive transport means that depending on the passengers in the bus, we decide what route it takes. So we can collect you at your door and bring you in, and we drop you back to your door. This has been a very important service for many people out in the community who are either living in very remote and isolated areas, or perhaps have special needs that require someone to give them that little bit extra help in terms of transport. Now, during COVID times, we actually flipped that. So when people were sheltering at home, when they were cocooning from COVID, we used these demand responsive services to bring things to them, the likes of fuel, their pharmacy items, their groceries, and a lot of people worked with us in the community, a lot of stakeholders, to help us make sure that people didn't go without. But we also looked at a very important aspect of sheltering at home, and that was the loneliness and isolation that people felt. So we also used these microtransit to bring people to these people. So we would have brought the community development officers that they may have been known, or the people that they were working with in daycare services, and important people like physiotherapists and chiropodists. We also brought that, so it was great. In terms of the Healthy Ireland project, we were delighted to put forward the Huckle Bus. So what we did with the Huckle Bus was that we put music from the 50s, 60s and 70s onto our buses to create a much more positive environment when we were welcoming people back after COVID. We hope that these would help get a conversation going, help time pass more quickly, and just create a really nice environment on our bus. And we're very grateful to the funding and the support of Westmeath County Council and those working on the Healthy Ireland initiative. So thank you very much. And if you ever want to get in touch with us or hear more about what we do, we're always delighted to hear from people. So 044 934 0801, and you'll get myself, Christabel, Chrissy or Maureen, and we'd be more than delighted to help you. So thank you very much.
Hello everybody, my name is Maureen McCormack and I belong to Active Retirement Ireland. I'm actually the Development Officer for the Midlands region. Active Retirement Ireland, our vision is to reach out to all older people to stop loneliness through friendship and support. We actually have 550 active retirement groups all over the country of Ireland. And in those groups we have about 255,000 active members. As I said before, the aim is to help older people to reduce their loneliness. Now, if you were interested in joining an active retirement organisation, I could actually help you with that, or our central support office, which is located in Dublin, could also help you. It's a brilliant organisation to belong to because, as the name implies, it's a very active organisation. If you joined a local group, you would probably Always be involved in a coffee or tea morning. Also, as the name implies, active, you would probably do walking. We live in a wonderful country, and no matter where you are, I think you would find lots of wonderful walks to go on. Another activity that's become very popular of late is pickleball. Another activity is the Go for Life Games. Go for Life Games were introduced by the Sports Island, and you can actually do these sitting in a chair. You would start off doing them sitting in a chair, then you would probably have a little walk around. So you would do your warm-up exercises, a walk around, games. One of the most popular games is sitting volleyball. It's great fun and it's very easy to do. The other thing is that you can go out with your groups, and this is wonderful because there are lots of people who are lonely and on their own, and they don't really want to go out on their own. They don't want to visit the cinema or the theatre or go on holiday. This is where Active Retirement is superb because they organise the holidays. Other activities would include, never forget the crafts and arts. They mustn't be allowed to die down. You would learn quilting, crochet, also arts, painting. It's a wonderful relaxation. You can do that in your group. You don't have to sit at home. You go down to your local group, cup of coffee, piece of cake, and you learn to paint, draw, whatever. We also listen to your welfare rights, and you would always have somewhere to go if someone's bothering you. So remember, Active Retirement Ireland is a wonderful organisation for an older person. If you would like to know any more about Active Retirement Ireland, then please see the contact details that will follow after this.
Today I'm going to talk about High Digital. This is a new initiative that's been rolled out between Active Retirement Ireland, Vodafone and Alzheimer. This initiative is to bridge the digital gap between older people. This became very apparent during the COVID when older people were disconnected from their communities and were not unable to connect via modern technology. I'll talk a little bit about the programme itself. It's aimed at people over 65 or indeed any person in that age bracket who would like to update their technology skills. At the moment, in every two people in the older population are not digitally upskilled, and this is an opportunity to allow this to happen and allow older people to do all the things in their communities that other generations are doing. The programme itself is divided into 5 modules. The first module is just basically getting to learn, introducing you to the internet, and then it'll move on to exploring the internet via the World Wide Web, which many of you may not be familiar with, but you will be very soon. It then moves on to introducing apps. And many of you now are familiar with WhatsApp. That became very popular during COVID. It'll also help you how to use social media and the email, which I think is very useful. It then moves on to things that you can do in everyday life, like shopping, travel, if you want to book some hobbies. And finally, it'll end up with showing you how to do your online banking and how to handle that. I suppose the most important thing to say about this at this stage is that there's also a safety and security built into each module, and this will help people to overcome that fear of taking on this new technology and becoming familiar with it. And many people do feel that, but if you do complete this initiative, that will be hugely supportive to you. So how is this happening? Well, there's 3 parts to this. If you are fairly familiar with the internet or at the moment, you can do it online, the High Digital Vodafone online, or you could get somebody in your household to help you, maybe some of your family, neighbours, friends, work colleagues. If not, then you can join a group where there'll be group tuition. And finally, if you really would like one-to-one support, that is available also. What Active Retirement Ireland is doing at the moment, we are recruiting 50 digital ambassadors, and we already are well on the way to doing that. And those ambassadors will be trained, like train the trainer course, to go out in their communities or in the digital hubs in some place, maybe in libraries or in your community centres, and they will deliver this programme. If you would like to get more information on the High Digital Initiative, please ring Active Retirement Ireland 0187 33836, or you can Google High Digital Vodafone or highdigital.ie. Everybody is welcome to take part, and do contact us, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Anne Moran, the Healthy Age Friendly Homes Coordinator for County Westmeath. The Age Friendly programme is to try and help older people stay in their homes, ensuring it is safe and comfortable, hence avoiding early entry into long-term residential care. In order to help you, I would like to carry out a needs assessment in your home. The assessment helps to identify any health, housing, community and technological supports that you may need in terms of accessing grants and services. If you are over 65 years, live in the area and are concerned about your ability to continue living independently in your home, or if you wish to find out more about the programme, please contact me. I will be delighted to take referrals directly from older people or on their behalf. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robert McGivney and I am the chairperson of Temporary Emergency Accommodation in the Midlands. That's TEAM for short. And what we do is we provide homeless services for women in the Midlands, and we provide these services for 4 different counties, for Longford, Westmeath, Laois and Offaly. And we are funded partly by Westmeath County Council, by the HSE and in part by Healthy Ireland, making Ireland a better place. And as part of these services, we provide a safe place, a home for women and children who in a time of need find themselves sometimes scared, worried and without a roof over their heads. But not only do we provide a safe place, but we provide services to help them to grow, to know what they're entitled to, and to enable them to move forward, to gain their own house. And what we really hope is that through the services that we provide, through the help, that they won't become homeless again, and that they can be independent and grow and flourish in Ireland today. Though we are very grateful for all the funding that we get, we still have a shortfall. We have a shortfall of around €100,000 a year, and we are so grateful to all our benefactors and to all people who donate to us. And as I often say to people, that I'm so delighted when someone gives us a donation, but it's a strange one, because as a board member, and the board is made up of men and women volunteering in the local area, we don't receive any remuneration. We don't receive free teas or coffees. We don't receive travel expenses. We do it for free. So it's always funny. I get so excited when we receive donations, but none of the money is coming to me. And this homeless service is based in Mullingar in a house called Childcare. And this is where, since 2009, women and children have felt safe and have been able to grow and to make a better start for their life. If you want to find out more about the services that we provide, how you could donate or how you could interact with us, go to homelessteam.com or check us out on Facebook, where we are Temporary Emergency Accommodation in the Midlands.
Hello, my name is Karen Jennings and I am the Dementia Advisor with the Alzheimer Society of Ireland for Longford and Westmeath. Dementia is the name for a range of conditions that cause damage to the brain. This damage can affect memory, thinking, language and the ability to carry out everyday tasks. There are many conditions that cause dementia, including Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia and frontotemporal dementia. The Alzheimer's Society of Ireland work across the country in the heart of local communities, providing dementia-specific services and supports, and advocating for the rights and needs of all people living with dementia and their carers. Services provided by the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland include daycare, home care, carer support groups, social clubs, Alzheimer cafes, carer education, respite centres. They run a national helpline and dementia advisors. As the dementia advisor for Longford Westmeath, I can provide locally based one-to-one information, signposting and emotional support. This is a confidential and free service. This service is for you if you have dementia or someone in your family or close to you have dementia. Dementia advisors work with people of any age who have been diagnosed or who are awaiting a diagnosis. This includes people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. People can contact us directly, and we also welcome referrals from healthcare professionals and social care professionals. I can answer your questions and put you in touch with people who can help. I will speak with you to understand your needs, provide information and advice, and help you find support. Highlight areas you may need to consider and help you plan your next steps. You can contact me by phone and email. I will work with you to promote independence, well-being and choice. I can provide information about dementia and coping with changes, living well day to day, planning for the future including financial and legal affairs and matters, driving, services and supports in your area, getting in touch with other people with dementia and other families. I will work with you to ensure you can access the help you need to live well with dementia. To find out more about dementia, you can visit the Alzheimer Society of Ireland website on www.alzheimer.ie, and the National Helpline is open 6 days per week on 1800 341 341. My details will be given after this. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michelle Baker. I'm a Health Promotion Officer. I'm based here in Athlone in the Primary Care Centre. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on minding your well-being. First tip, be active. When we're active we release endorphins, and endorphins will improve our mood. So get out walking, get cycling. Do an activity that suits your level of fitness and your level of mobility. Point 2, connect. Friendships are very important in our lives. We're social beings, we need to stay connected. Stay connected with your friends, your family, your community. That's really important. Relationships are very, very important, and that connectivity is very important. Point number 3, give. Giving to others, to the community, to the family. Give of yourself. Whatever talents you have, share them with other people. Give other people time. Show people your kindness and your compassion. Again, all of this will promote and protect your well-being. Point number 4, keep learning. Rediscover an old interest that you had. Try something new. Gain a new skill. This will improve your confidence and improve your self-esteem, and therefore improve your well-being and your mental health. Finally, the 5th one, take notice. Notice what's going on around you. We spend a lot of our time in the past and we spend a lot of our time in the future. We need to spend our time in the present. Take out those earphones and notice what's around you. See the beauty that's around. Notice the new seasons. Be in that moment, because that's the only place we can be. Practice mindfulness, gratitude. So they're my 5 tips. If you want more information on this, you will find it on the www.yourmentalhealth.ie website. If you are in distress or if you are feeling overwhelmed, your first point of contact should always be your GP. He or she is probably best placed to direct you to all the support services that are available within the HSE and available outside of the HSE.
Hello, my name is Geraldine Lacey. I am CEO of Youth Work Ireland Midlands. We are a volunteer-led youth work organisation based in the Midlands, primarily Westmeath, Offaly and County Roscommon. We provide a range of targeted funded youth work programmes. We also provide support a network of adult-led volunteer youth clubs across the 3 counties. Our activities range from social education programmes, personal development, fun activities, sports. You can avail of drama, arts, music. We have a super partnership with Music Generation. We have targeted funded projects across the 3 counties, as well as universal youth work in the form of our youth club network, our youth information service, and also some of our school-based work. We have a listening and advocacy service that operates in the school and in the community setting for young people who might need a little bit of an extra support around issues that are affecting and impacting them in their daily lives. If you're interested in taking part in the programme of offer in Youth Work Ireland Midlands and you're between the ages of 10 and 25 years, please get in touch. If you have an interest in sport, in drama, singing, music, if you would like to do some soft skills training, cookery, communication skills, some IT, better your IT skills or your digital skills. We offer STEM and STEAM programs across the region. If you'd like to find out more about the services we offer, please find us on www.youthworkmidlands.org. We'd love to hear from you.
Hello, my name is Mags O'Donnell and I am the manager here in Athlone Meals and Wheels. We are situated in Excise Street, Athlone, County Westmeath. At the moment we deliver approximately 150 meals daily to our clients in the Westmeath area. We deliver meals in the Athlone, Coosing and surrounding areas. Then we also deliver meals as far out as Ballinhound Village, Castledaly, Mount Temple, Moat, Ballymore Village, Tang, Drumraney and the Glasson area. At the moment the cost of the meal is €5 per day, and for this you get main course and dessert. You can avail of the service 5 days a week or whatever suits you, the client, if it's 2-3 days, whatever works. If you would like to avail of the service, you can contact your home help, your doctor, if you have a district nurse that's calling into you, or any health official that's dealing with you at the moment. To contact us, you can ring 090 64 94393, and we're here Monday to Friday, roughly 9 to 12 in the mornings. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dermot Egan and I'm the Healthy Ireland Coordinator for Westmeath. My role is to coordinate the delivery of Healthy Ireland funded actions throughout the county and act as a link between the Department of Health, Hubble and the project partners delivering actions. For the past 2 years, I've been working with many of the service providers you have just heard from. I've been blown away by the depth of experience and professionalism of these groups. Through the Healthy Ireland and Community Resilience Fund, over 55 actions with a cumulative spend of €311,087 have been and are being delivered by Healthy Westmeath and our project partners. This is a phenomenal achievement, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has gripped our nation and hindered our capacity to deliver health and well-being initiatives as we would like. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the sterling work being undertaken by the agencies and groups you've just heard from and offer sincere thanks for their efforts. We will all continue to strive to make Westmeath a truly healthy county now and into the future. Gormíle Mágwith.